Welcome into the Hyundai Studios here for STO Sidekicks on STOHD.com. I'm Will Ewick, joined alongside the often imitated, never duplicated, Ashley Collins.
Always waiting for the best intros, and you deliver every time. I have to start thinking of some for you. Guys, we polled you on our Facebook page, like we do each and every week here on STOHD.com, to see what you had to say on the hard-hitting issues in the Cleveland world of sports.
And we're going to start hitting right now with the first question on our poll, which is, which record is worse, the NBA record losing streak of 26 games by the 2010-2011 Cavaliers, or the current 10-game Indians losing streak, including 9-game road losing streak?
Awful, awful, awful. I have to go with the Tribe. Everyone expected the Cavaliers to not be an above-par team, and they weren't, obviously. NBA losing streak, but the Indians were expected, to contend. They were road warriors to begin the season off with, and now, it couldn't have came at a worse time. 10.5 games back now. When they had beaten Detroit 2 of 3, they were 3.5 games back. Awful timing, awful road losing streak. Have to pick the Tribe.
Timing is terrible, and everybody wished that the Tribe would do well, but I got to go with the Cavaliers because the key word in this is record. It's an NBA record losing streak, and anytime you talk record, give or take, they're the worst team in NBA history. When you have the worst losing streak, you're considered the worst team in NBA history, and that's terrible.
And why are we always talking about losing streaks? I think we need to change this topic.
We talk about my winning streak.
78%, of course, agreed with me, like usual. Well, they agreed that the 78% Tribe 10-game losing streak is awful. 22% agreed with you. Okay, well, moving on to fashion now, which is my forte.
It's mine too.
Love this question. You do look very dapper today. I like
Thank
it. But Jimmy Haslam, the Browns' new owner's tie, or Jimmy Hanlon's pants?
Are those two related?
Everyone thought that Jimmy Hanlon bought the Browns for a while. When the news first broke, Jimmy Haslam, Jimmy Hanlon, they were tweeting him, congrats on the new ownership. I didn't know that STO paid you that much, so they thought he had bought the Browns for a while. But Jimmy Haslam's tie, Jimmy Hanlon's pants.
Hanlon would be an interesting owner, and I'm still trying to figure out which one is worse or which one you'd rather wear. I'm not sure what the question is. If it's wear, I'm going to take Jimmy Hanlon's pants, although I need his pants from maybe when he was like 17. He's a little bit bigger than I am. But I actually heard a rumor that he actually buys drapes or curtains that have unique patterns on them and then sews them in together to make his pants. And he's actually a very accomplished seamstress now because of it.
He does. He has to make his own. I kind of wore a variation of Jimmy Hanlon's pants, but in a much smaller sense, hopefully.
You need a little more
I have a pink fuchsia
decorative
kind of on, so I went with it. But yeah, those are definitely worse, I have to say, because I do think Jimmy Haslam's tie was made for him as well, which I like very much. So
all custom-made work. But before we get the results, I actually understand Jimmy Hanlon was trying to kind of coax the voters a little bit.
He was not happy. He went to our STO Facebook page and saw that Jimmy Haslam was winning the vote, so he went on and said, need your help. Go to SportsTime Ohio's fan page and vote for my pants over Jimmy Haslam, the new Browns owner's tie. $1 billion can't buy you Hanlon style. Okay, maybe it can.
Well, apparently not, Ashley, because 74% of the viewers went with Haslam's tie over Hanlon's pants, unless they still got, them two confused. Maybe they thought Jimmy Hanlon had a good tie and Jimmy Haslam had bad pants.
I think Jimmy just wears golf shirts. Jimmy Hanlon, that way. No ties for him. He's going to be mad that his push didn't work to get more votes. But, guys, it's time for the final word now. Deadspin.com found numerous MLB Facebook pages that were hacked. Well,
I used to be a hacker in my my nighttime gig. Apparently I'm not very good with computers, though. It never worked out. These guys a little bit better, though. Let's take a look at what they had to say. Included a post from the Yankees informing fans that Derek Jeter will miss the rest of the season with sexual reassignment surgery. He was going to come back, though, in the female form as Mini Mantles.
That's a good one. I mean, they were creative juices flowing for those guys. That was good.
Mini Mantles. I don't know why I'm kind of envisioning Minnie Mouse playing in a Yankees uniform.
I like it. Character.
Disney World. Maybe that's what Derek Jeter would look like.
He might.
And also the Nationals saying, we're going back to Montreal. See ya, suckers. Now that one would have hurt. If I was a Washington Nationals fan saying, hey, they're going to go back to Montreal. See ya, suckers.
Right, and you really thought that was happening. But I have one that you will like.
Okay.
Will, huge Mitt Romney fan, okay? So on the Chicago White Sox Facebook page, they hacked in and said they know that President Obama is a fan of the Chicago White Sox, but they're voting for Mitt Romney now.
Smart people right there. And you know what? It's good to go with your heart in politics and sports, and the two should never be intertwined. But that's all the time we have for right now. Thanks for tuning in to STO Sidekicks. She's Ashley Collins. I'm Will Ewick. See you, suckers.